As you become more experienced in Photoshop, you'll find that you'll use different groups of panels for performing different tasks. And it can be helpful to customize the panel location and then save them for that task. Now, if you want to explore some different options, Photoshop ships with several different workspaces or kind of presets of different panel locations. So, for example, if I select the painting option here, we can see that I have access to a lot of the panels that have to do with painting. Now, personally, I find that having the panels on the left side of the window is more efficient because it's closer to all of my tools, to the options bar, as well as all of the menu items. So, to rearrange my panels, first I'll return to that Essentials workspace. I'll grab the Layers panel and click on the tab and just drag it over to the left until I see the vertical cyan line. Then I can release my cursor and it will dock my Layers panel with the tools. I also want to add my path, so I'll bring that up to the top, but instead of nesting it, I want it to appear in its own panel group. So I'll release the cursor and then use my channels. I'm going to bring that up as well. If I wanted to reorder these, I can just drag the tab. Now I want my properties panel as well, but I want it to be underneath or below the layers panel. So as soon as I see that cyan line, I'll release the cursor. I'll go ahead and nest the libraries in with the layers, then right click to close the adjustments and right click to close this entire tab group. I do want my history panel, so I'll select that and then drag that in with my layers. And then I can right click in order to close the comments. Now I want my layers to appear on top, so I'll target it by just selecting the tab, and I'm going to minimize the channels and paths by just double clicking on channels. Now in order to save this as a new workspace, I just need to choose the workspace picker. I'll select new workspace, then give it a name, in this case JK left, since all the panels are on the left-hand side, and then I can save that. So now if I want to return to Essentials, well, you can see that because I've rearranged the panels, they are still in that rearranged position. But I can always use the option to reset the Essentials, and now they'll be back on the right-hand side. If I want to see my workspace, I just need to select it from the list, and we can see how easy it is now to go back and forth or toggle between those different workspaces. All right, if I ever wanted to delete a workspace, I just need to make sure that the workspace that I want to delete is not the active one. So in this case, I would choose Essentials. And then if I selected Delete Workspace, I could go ahead and delete my workspace. For now, I'll go ahead and choose Cancel because I want to keep that workspace, but I do want to reset everything right now to Essentials just so that we're all starting at the same place. Now, throughout the course, I'm going to be hiding many of the panels that we see here and showing some of them by selecting them from the window menu so that we can focus just on the panels that we're going to be using with the features that we're discussing. All right, as you can see, Photoshop makes it very easy to customize and switch between different workspaces depending on the tools that you're using and the tasks that you're trying to accomplish.